recognize Mr. Wied for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to speak in today's hearing, and thank you to the witnesses who came here to share their experiences with us. Northeast Wisconsin is home to a wide variety of small businesses who have faced economic uncertainty due to an overreaching and overtaxing federal government. As a former small business owner myself, I know the challenges you must overcome to operate and grow a successful small business. Under this previous administration, small businesses across the country faced increased regulatory burdens, which made starting, running, and growing a small business more difficult. At the same time, the Small Business Administration enacted policies such as allowing its employees to work from home that negatively impacted small businesses. It's important that as a committee we address these broken and burdensome policies and make Main Street, America, great again. My first question is for Mr. Ortiz. In your opening statement, you spoke about the additional $2 trillion of regulatory burdens levied on businesses during the Biden administration. Having fewer employees and less financial services, small businesses bear an increased burden of these additional regulations. As members of the Small Business Committee, what should our top priority be to reduce these regulations and provide immediate regulatory relief to small businesses?
Thank you very much for the question, Congressman. One of the hardest things during the past 4 years under the Biden administration for small businesses was the regulatory environment that existed, about $1.8 billion that was placed on our businesses across the country, and also inflation. When you take those two together, it was a huge burden for our small businesses. And quite frankly, when you look at it compared to our large corporations, it was an extreme danger really for our small businesses on Main Street. And so we have to make sure that we reduce that regulatory environment. I heard the congressman on this side talk about 21 million small business applications, for example, filed. In our cursory review of those 21 million small business applications, those are actually gross applications. So for example, they're not actually net applications. So for example, if I had a business in New York and I'm trying to flee New York to go to Florida because there's less taxes and less regulatory environment there, that Joe's Pizza place that moves from New York down to Florida is considered a new business, according to the Biden administration numbers of those 21 million applications. And so when we look at the net applications, actually, small businesses didn't grow in those 4 years of the Biden administration. They shriveled because of that regulatory environment and because of high inflation. And so we got to make sure that we address those two. And the last I checked, the SBA is not a jobs bank. It's an environment, it's an agency that needs to serve the American small business owner. And there's 33 million of them that are struggling right now. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yield back.